talking generational wealth. I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. Trailblazing, I ain't new to it, I'm true to it. That's dedication to the team. Living a dream, come profit with me. Made it mean I'm selling that coffee and tea. Grinding till like coffee beans. Living up my community. Now I need more assets and less liabilities. Gonna buy the whole block up, and it's all because of Tava, yeah. Turn nothing into something with a mindset of abundance where overflowing, 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 overflowing.
Hey, 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 hello, my Tava Nation. Hey there, our Facebook family. Happy Wednesday. That is W-I-N-S Day. I hope all of you are winning this week. In fact, why don't you take a second? Let me know in the chat, how are you winning on this week? Put it in the chat. Hey, Miss Miranda, Stacy, hello. I see you all. Go ahead, tag and share. Let everybody know that we are on today with a very, very, very special edition of Wealth Building Wednesday. While you are tagging and sharing, drop some fireballs in the chat if you love that overflow song. Come on. Let me see you light it up. Hey, Miss Larona. Hey. Come on, you guys. Light up the chat. Let me know if you love the overflow songs. And for some of my OGs, if you love all of the Tava songs, you guys, we have a whole, what's the word? Compilation. Right? But I have a special super de-duper special guest today. So you want to tag, you want to share, you want to post this on your page, you want to invite your folks on. I promise they will not be disappointed today, right? So you all know that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And here at Tava, we have our philanthropic arm of the business, which is Tava Cares. And we support those who are battling and those who have survived breast cancer, but not just the individual, because, you know, those that have experienced this very debilitating illness, it doesn't just affect the person going through it, it affects the entire family. And so Tava Cares does a lot of unique things to help support individuals, from transportation to meals to days at the spa. We do mammograms, paying for mammograms. We have groceries. We have done a lot. So, and today I'm so excited to have as my special guest the Lloyd family. Okay, come on, y'all. Let's give some hand claps. Where's my clapper? Some hand claps, because our very own CEO and founder, Mr. Kenny Lloyd, is committed to the fight against breast cancer, because his mom, Dr. Virginia Lloyd, was a breast cancer survivor. And so I'm excited to have him on today. Yes, you guys, put some love in the chat, some hearts, okay? And so today we are honoring the memory, the love, the life, and the legacy of Dr. Virginia Lloyd. And so go ahead, guys, take a second, tag and share right now. We want to encourage some ladies on today, and we just want to be a blessing to them. So come on, tag, share. And before I bring up Mr. Lloyd, I want to show you something real quick.
I think that when people are diagnosed, depending on what stage they're diagnosed at, I think they're in shock. And I think that there's a fear factor, and I think that we know what the biggest fear is. I think the biggest fear is ultimately death. My mother is a survivor of breast cancer. And I thought, I had an opportunity to do something significant to really honor not just those that have passed, but those that survived. My mother having breast cancer affected me in the sense that I saw her excited about moving to Florida, and she had just retired. She bought a home, and she was just excited about a new leaf on life. And so one of the first things she did when she moved was get a physician, and she went in and had an exam and discovered that she had phase 2 breast cancer. And I saw it just really deflate her spirit. It's one thing to find out you have the cancer and have the resources to get treated, but then to discover that you have it and have no financial resources, I think that's a whole nother level of detriment. So I think the part that Tava Cares will play is that we're in the process of teaming up with some people that will help transport women to and from treatment. We want to team up with some clinics that will extend treatment to them with meal prep. We just want to do whatever we can to not just make it easier on the people who have cancer, because a lot of people think that the people who have cancer are the only victims, but they're not. It's the people that love them, their loved ones, their children, their parents, their husbands, their wives. Everybody's a victim of breast cancer or cancer period when it's discovered. One thing that we're focusing on, we're not just focusing on the person who's been diagnosed with cancer. We're also focusing on the families that have to support that person, because when you start talking about people that are indigent, people that have financial issues, it impacts the whole household. What do I think would be different about Tava Cares is that Tava, in essence, is a network marketing company, and we have distributors all over the world. And I think that from a standpoint of being a network marketing company and having hundreds of thousands of people all over the world, we can touch a lot of people. I think if I had to convey a message, the message would be that we're committed to coming and helping, that help is on the way. Breast cancer is not limited. Treatment and help is not limited to 30 days. This is a fight that we're engaging in 24/7, 365. So I want everybody to know that as long as Tava is alive, our fight against this disease will be alive.
Hey. Good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
This is our CEO. Gosh, I hadn't seen that video in Kenny before the show, and it's just very touching. And I wanted to just actually turn the floor over.
Well, thank you. I think, listen, you all see me. I'm sitting here, and I'm actually in a hotel lobby because I just arrived in Atlanta for the event, but I have some meetings before the event. But I told Chante, I told Rocky, I told Michelle that I don't care. My mother's been gone now for almost 3 years, and I don't care, how long they're gone. It leaves a hole in your heart, For me, I think the video said it all. I don't think I have to say anything about what she went through. I know what she went through. I think what's really important is that, and I have my sunglasses on because it's a very emotional, like it's emotional for me. So it's just hard, you know, like it's just hard to even talk about my mom because my mom was my everything. You know, like she saw the gifts in me, the God in me when I didn't see it. So it's just very difficult to talk about it. I think that the significance of this thing is that she survived where a lot of people don't. And the journey was rough. And I think the most significant thing about her finding out is that she really did. She was very excited about building her retirement life in a new city, purchased a beautiful home in Florida, and I mean, it's a beautiful home in a community where a lot of her friends from Detroit had moved, were already there. And she was very excited about it. But when she went in and had that physical with her new physician, it deflated her. And I saw what it did to her, to the point where she put her house up for sale like 2 weeks after she discovered that she had cancer. And it sold within 2 weeks. And she moved back to Detroit, home, around the people that, you know, was a support mechanism because it was deep for her. I mean, it was a real blow. But I saw her strength, like she was strong all the way through it, you know. I am an absolute product of my mother. And I think that when you talk about Tava Kids, a lot of you all, because we don't talk about it all the time, but people don't understand that Tava is much deeper than big events and flash and people dance around. We are a company of significance. And Tava Cares is a legitimate 501c3 company. I mean, we spent a lot of money and went through a lot to get the certification because they just don't give that away and to maintain it. And we just don't help people in the month of October. We help people year round. And it's not, you know, we could say it's cancer, but it's more than cancer because Tava Cares gives backpacks to kids when they go to school and start school. Tava Cares gives turkeys on Thanksgiving. Tava Cares gives gifts. We spend a tremendous amount of money in Tava Cares helping people that need help. And that's who Chante and I are, you know.
Kenny,
Yes.
we cannot hear anything that you're saying. You're very muffled. You're talking very low, and we cannot hear you.
Can you all hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a little muffled.
Okay, because if you can't hear me now, then you might as well move on to the next person.
Well,
I'm going to tell you all that today, you know, I knew we were going to talk about this today, and it was very emotional for me. Man, I've been up since 3 o'clock. I didn't sleep last night because to travel here to Atlanta for some meetings, and I knew that this was going to be tough for me, and my whole mental state right now is just a little different. They can't hear me because I don't have my AirPods. So if you can't hear me, I just want you all to know that Tava is much deeper than just network marketing and making money. We're about helping people that need help. And I would ask that each of you all go to tavacares.org and make a donation because there are many people out there. My mother had the wherewithal. She had insurance. But there are a lot of people that all of a sudden they feel ill, they feel sick, they know something's not right. And they go to a clinic and they discover that they have stage 2 and 3 cancer. And they don't have insurance. So imagine how they feel to be able to have this disease and not have the financial resources to fight it. You know, and that's where we try to step in. We can't help everybody, but with our resources, we help as many people as possible. But again, I just want to tell you all that you all see Chante and I, but you all don't see us showing our cars and houses and everything because the whole premise of us starting this company is based on significantly helping people, our people, and people that are hurting in the communities, in these communities, to enrich people mentally, spiritually, financially, but to also to help people that need help. that
Right.
really need help, and we don't see it. And there are a lot of people out here in the United States that are hurting, that are really hurting. We don't see it. We hurt, but the different levels to hurt. So I'm going to ask that you all, I don't care if it's $1, I don't care if it's $2, make a donation so we can help transport people, so we can help get their hair done, so we can help. Because you know what? When my mother discovered she had cancer, it was like I had cancer because I endured it with her. When you have people that discover that they have cancer, it's not just the patient that goes through hell. It's the family, they go through hell because they have to endure watching a loved one, diminish. And I just lost my sister. And I'll never forget and it was some breast cancer. I'll never forget, but her cancer spread all through her body. And I'll never forget when she finally passed. This time last year, we were at my homecoming at Tennessee State University, and she wanted to come. And I knew she was in a weakened state, but I knew she wanted to come because she knew she was dying, and she wanted to see the people that she loved, right? I'm saying that, but her family, like, so when she finally passed, that's about 6 months ago, her children asked me, Uncle Kenny, how are you feeling? And I said, I don't know if you all going to be ready for how I feel. I said, because I feel grateful and I feel good. And I'm happy for her because she's no longer in pain, because her body was decimated by the cancer. She was a shell of who she was. And I was so glad that she wasn't suffering. There are a lot of people that are out here suffering, and there's some that are not going to make it. And so it's not just about curing it, because there is no cure for it. It's about sometimes making people's lives easier as they deal with the inevitable. Just making them happy, just giving them a moment of happiness, helping them to escape how they feel, their feelings, and because they feel that cancer is like a trap. It's so. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna turn it over because I really, like I said, as it pertains to my mother, like and I certainly can't stay on it. My son, who all of the Tava songs, he's going to join us today on this, and he's a very gifted young man. He's my son. He writes, composes, or produces all of the Tava songs, and he wrote a song, and I'll never forget. And he was letting us hear his album. And this is my son who wrote it. He's a Grammy-nominated, Grammy-winning Grammy. And I'll never forget, we were listening to it in the backyard. And I heard my mother's voice in a song, giving the words of wisdom. And he didn't prepare me for it. And it just broke me up. Like every time I hear it, it breaks me up, because to hear her voice and then to hear my son's gift at the same time is just a lot. So I want to thank y'all, and I'm just going to ask to make the donation, but I'm gonna turn it over to Chante and let Chante take it over from here, because I just, but I think my video said it all, and it's just an emotional thing. So, Sean, I'm gonna turn it over to you, baby. All right.
Sorry about that. I think it was an emotional thing for everybody. Let's just, let me give you guys a update. That video was shot in October of 2020. And Kenny's mother did not pass away from breast cancer. She actually passed away from COVID in 2020 at the beginning in March. So seeing that video brought back memories, because that was our second event, because our first event for Tava was supposed to be March 28th of 2020. And it was going to be in Atlanta. And so we had to cancel, of course, that event because COVID was happening. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew how to handle it. Everything was shutting down. People couldn't travel. And so that video that you saw and the video that you saw was filmed in Atlanta in October, our first event that we had, our recognition event. And of course, we did it in Coco Studios because at the time we were still not allowed to have big events, right? So we made it very small and we only have invited the top leaders, and then people that were local in Atlanta came, and we did something on a small scale. And so it brought back so many memories, not just because of cancer, but it brought back COVID. It brought back the beginning of Tava and recognition. And then when I thought about it, it also saddened me because Lachelle lost her mother from cancer. And I know this was very difficult for her, because as soon as the video showed, I felt her. I felt her, period, because she lost her mother from cancer. And her father right now is going through cancer. And so this is not just about breast cancer. This is about cancer, period. Kenny lost a very good sister in April. Last month in September, we lost a very good friend, John Hadnot, from cancer. So lots of people, I'm sure, on this line have lost a loved one due to cancer, not just breast cancer. So we want to take a moment of silence and pray for everyone who is experiencing it now in your family, who has lost loved ones, and or who may be going through it themselves right now. I'm sorry we cry babies today. That wasn't the intent. I mean, I made up my face and everything for y'all. But anyway, let's just take a moment of silence and pray for those that we lost. And let's pray for everyone, people that we don't even know, right? That are out there suffering from some type of cancer, whether it's lupus, whether it's any type of disease that they are suffering from. We want to just say, we see you, we're here for you, we're praying for you, and know that we love you. So 1 minute of silence. Okay, so also I want to tell you that when we started in October 1st, 2019 was the launch of Tava. And we knew that that was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? Which was so befitting, being that Kenny's mother, Dr. Virginia Lloyd, had breast cancer. And Kenny, I don't know if you all heard what he said, but she had moved away from Detroit, bought a place in Florida, went to find a new doctor, went to the doctor and found out that she had breast cancer. And so she decided to sell her home and move back to Detroit, where her support system was, where her family was, where her friends were, where she can get that support system that she needed, right? And she ended up staying in Florida. She, of course, ended up beating the cancer, but she also lost her sister from cancer. So going out and getting early detection is so important. I don't know if you all saw me, but I went and got my mammogram done a couple of weeks ago. I do it every year. And what I do is, when I go and get my mammogram, when I'm finished, I go ahead and rebook it for a year from this day next year, you know, because, and they send you reminders, because early detection is so important, you know, and we can't be afraid. We can't run away from it, you know, just like life, just like things happen in life. We can't run away. So we had a good time in Atlanta. we the previous year after that, we had another event, and it was in Atlanta, and we had a golf tournament in Atlanta, which was a lot of fun. We had golf shirts, and we went out and we raised money in honor of Dr. Virginia Lloyd and breast cancer awareness. And what Kenny was saying is we take that money and we help out a lot of people, because a lot of times you never know. I said it on the call last week. My Aunt Rosalind, a young lady that goes to church with her, is suffering from breast cancer. This is another thing. We have to be grateful for the family and the friends that we have, right? We have to be grateful for the things that we have and not project and look outward at things that we see on social media and other things, assuming what people have or assuming money cures all things, because it doesn't. And so she has a young lady. There's a young lady that goes to church with her. And of course, they weren't friends. They have become friends, but this young lady doesn't have any family, and she was going through cancer. She's going through chemo, and she needed transportation to and from. She's outside the city limits that offers transportation to our cancer center. And so my Aunt Rosalind goes and picks her up on the other side of town and drives her back and forth to get her chemo, along with working for us here in Tava. And so it's a blessing to be able to go out and help someone. And this is what this call is about. I want you all to think about corporate too as well. When you're talking and doing things, think about your neighbor. Think about the person that's in the car next to you. Think about your child's teacher, or just anybody who's walking around in the grocery store, at the airport, or wherever. Being kind and loving one another is priceless. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. The Bible says that we should love each other, and we should love ourselves as we love our neighbor. That's so important. I know it's difficult to do, and it's even difficult for me too as well. So when I'm talking to you about it, I'm talking to myself about it too, is that we have to take the time out to just think, be grateful for the moment that we're in, because a lot of people are out there suffering, and they're suffering on a day-to-day basis. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I want to step aside and bring up my son, one of my sons, Alexander. He was available to be able to speak on it. And then it was so great to be able to have him, because he did write a song, and I love the song because we can hear, I call her Grandma Jenny because that's what the kids call her. So I called her Grandma Jenny, and she liked that I called her Grandma Jenny too, because she felt that it was endearing. And so I want to bring him to the side and let him just share from his heart. Nothing in particular, just share. And then also tell him about the song that he decided and what From a Seed means, because we're here trying to build a legacy, not only for the Lloyd family, but that's why we came up with Tava, and we decided to do Tava, because we want to help everybody leave a legacy for their family too as well. So I want to bring up my son, Alex. Alex.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Chante.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I see you out there in Atlanta in the studio, right?
Hey, studios, you know it.
Yeah. So how you doing today? Tell me how you doing. Your dad, he's in Atlanta. We have an event there this week, and he wasn't able to check in his room. So that's one of the reasons why he had his beats on. He lost the iPods, the earpods that I bought him for Father's Day. I'm going to get him. And so he left them in the seat. And so that's why he had those beats on his ear, and he was kind of muffled. But of course, he was also a little full. And I think we all got a little full once we saw that video. So tell me how you feel, Alex.
I feel good. Things like this are always meaningful to me, because when I see y'all, it is family vibes. We hanging out, we watching movies and cooking and eating. But I think sometimes you forget like the impact that the people around you are making, and I see y'all handle business. But see y'all do things like Tava Care. It's inspiring to me, because I'm the same way. I want to give back in ways where it's like my blessings aren't for no reason.
Yes.
So even just to, y'all are my parents, but to even be a part of this, it is special to me, and I get emotional, seeing the video and seeing y'all talk about it, seeing my dad tear up, because we don't see that often, but I know how much it means. So, it means a lot to me too.
Good, good, good. So tell me about From a Seed, and tell me just a little bit about Grandma Jenny, and tell us about, some words of wisdom, because I know she has a lot. That's one of the things I really miss and appreciate about her, is she just wasn't like a normal mother-in-law. Some people have mother-in-laws and they always have negative things to say about their mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was cool. My mother-in-law was fun. I really enjoyed her. I learned a lot from her. She was uplifting. She was inspiring. And she was a lot of fun. If you know anything about Kenny and his fun side and how he likes to party, he gets that from Grandma Jenny. And so I really missed that in her, because what I love the most is, and what I took away from her is, you have to enjoy every moment of your life, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And she lived a long life. She lived a long, beautiful life. To get into your 80s is a blessing. Some people are not seeing that. There are people that are young, dying from cancer at young, very young ages. I talked about a friend of ours, 65 years old, just passed away. And then Kenny's sister, Denise, Denise, passing away, 65 years old, And then you have Lachelle's mother passed away, and people that are much, much, much younger. And so my takeaway from that and from her is to live life. Do not put off tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. 1 minute from now is not even guaranteed.
Right.
We can get off this phone right now and something, can happen. And words are powerful, And so you have to be careful for things that you do, things that you say. And so just go ahead and share with the audience. How did you come about the song From a Seed, and what made you even, think about putting Grandma Jenny on there? Because that is like something that we can listen to for the rest of our life, which is such a blessing. And we're so glad that you captured that when you did,
Absolutely. So, when I was younger, me and my Grandma Jenny, we were close, but I feel like I was so immature that it was still a disconnect between me and my elders, my generations before me. I don't think I understood like the importance of what they know and like what I could take from it.
Right.
In my later years, like my 20s, me and her started to develop a relationship, because even when I was distant, if I wouldn't call sometimes, she would always call me no matter what. She was always consistent. And maybe about like 4 or 5 years before she passed, I knew that she was getting older. I feel like you guys always emphasize, like, you don't know how much time you got with somebody, you know what I'm saying? So, pick up, connect with them. So I started recording our conversations, because every time me and her would talk, it would just be conversations from start of the conversation to the end. It would be wisdom,
Right.
Whether it's about like, living your life. But for me, I feel like she placed the emphasis on, number one, educating yourself. She always used to always ask me when I would finish college, which I eventually did. Anybody I ever introduced to her, the first thing she asks is, okay, so you plan on getting a degree? She always emphasized educating yourself, and she always emphasized doing the right thing. So when I was working on the From a Seed project, it was a full album. I had already started creating songs, and I was just doing fun stuff. I think I was just in a space where I was trying to show my talent. I just wanted to have fun with the music. But when Grandma Jenny passed away, it put me in a space where I felt like I wanted to do something more important, because I think you realize, you do recognize like, all right, every day is a promise. And as an artist, I want to do something that will live forever, because I do think about legacy. I think about the Lloyd legacy. I think about Tava. I think about my parents, my kids that I don't have yet. So I think about legacy, and I think about the people that have poured into me. I think I'm a product of the people that have poured into me. And my Jenny, she was definitely like very impactful on my mindset and the way that I approach things. So
Yes.
when she passed, I think I reshifted my focus. I was like, okay, I'm making music, but I want to be purposeful. I want to make something that people can take and listen to and feel uplifted and feel like they know some steps to take next, you know. And you know, I had the recordings from her. I went back and listened to all of them. And I was like, okay, well, I am sad, but like, what can I do about it? Like, I feel like the best way for me to honor her is to create a way where she can live forever.
Mm-hmm.
So if the music will live forever, you know, I can put her voice into it. I can, you know, share that love that I received, like her pouring into me, like her words to me are the water.
Yes.
You know, so that was her pouring into me. Like if I'm a seed, from a seed, it's like I'm the seed and look at what I'm becoming.
Right.
You know,
right.
and everybody that's pouring into me, that's the water.
Yes.
I put her voice on there. For myself, you know, mainly I just felt like, you know, this is what I need to hear right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and I did share it with my family. Like that whole project was about family.
Yes.
I set everybody down outside, you know, and before I played it for anybody, I was like, you know, I just wanted to share with y'all because this is who it's for. This is what this whole thing was about.
Yeah.
And you know, from a seed, you know, that was 2.5, almost 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it still holds weight to me to this day.
Yes. It does. It does. I love it. I love that song, period. And I'm loving the pink lights in the back.
Yeah.
Pretty. I'm really loving that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So Rosalyn, she on here talking about buy 2 flare and get 1 free. She on here selling. That is my girl right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She gonna use every opportunity. That's the kind of person you need on your team right there. So is there anything else that you wanted to share, Alexander? Now, the beautiful thing about it is that, you know, Grandma Jenny lived a long life. You know what I mean? I was saying that earlier, a lot of people aren't, you know, living long lives. And so I know you probably experiencing a lot of young people, you know, that are passing away every day. And so God only gives us 70 years. And if you live anything past 70, you are truly blessed. And if you living in your 80s, and like my grandfather is 97 years old, that is a true blessing, you know, and to be able to see the generations, you know, that's the part, the generations, to be able to be a part of all these things that are happening right now is a blessing, you know. Is there anything else that you want to share before we play From a Seed?
I think, you know, I guess for me, you know, it is just about family. You know, I know sometimes we get so caught up in our own world, you know, that we don't think about our health.
Yeah.
We don't think about our relationships. And I think that is a part of health. You know, I think that the way you feel can add years to your life. You know, I think that you can find strength in your relationships. You can find strength and rest. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think I would just encourage people to, you know, connect with your family, connect with yourself, take that time, you know, and treat yourself well.
Yes.
You know, create the life that you want.
Yes, that is so true, because again, every day it's not guaranteed, and it's so important to have fun too, to live life and do what it is that you want to do, but also just keep those people and those thoughts in your memory.
Absolutely.
Lachelle?
All right, I'm back.
Okay, I know it was hard, but girl, because when I saw that video and then I started thinking about you, period. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, I know that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month or whatever, but a lot of people have lost loved ones due to cancer, and it's not necessarily breast cancer. And I know that was difficult for you, and you look so pretty with your face all made up, everything. Your
Look,
where you going?
Look, I feel like you know, I got a little jazz because I knew it was going to be special, and A-Lex was going to be on, and we didn't know who was going to chime in with him. So, you know, you tell me I got to stay ready, you know.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready, huh?
That is right. But I wanted to say to Alex, you got to let the people know, how can they follow you? I know a lot of our viewers have heard all of the songs that every single Tava song is written by this gentleman right here. Okay?
Written and sang by.
Yeah, you know it, yeah. So you can find me on all platforms, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, at Lex on the board, LEXONTHEBOARD. I'm most active on Instagram. But yeah, tap in with me.
All right. And now, okay, I know you all never ever like to talk about yourself, but can you tell the people a little bit about what you're doing in the music industry?
Okay, so I'm a songwriter. I'm a Grammy Award-winning songwriter.
Yay! Look, Michelle.
Thank you, Chante.
I work with a lot of people. I work with like Music Soul Child, Robert Glasper, T-Pain, Ruby Rose. You know, I work with so many people. But I'm not only a songwriter. I'm also a recording engineer. I graduated from Artitude of Atlanta for audio production, so I have a bachelor's degree in that. I'm also a producer. You know, I think that I'm on my 15th year in music, so you know, I think a lot of the skills that I've learned, you know, came out of necessity, but you know, I feel like have served me well. And I'm a studio owner. You know, right now I'm sitting in Layer Studios.
Yes.
Yeah, sitting in Layer Studios. This is Studio A, and you know, I feel like I still had a love, I still had a passion, and I'm still growing. And I'm also a mentor. You know, I feel like I mentioned that I'm inspired by my parents for just seeing how they give back. I have mentees that I see consistently, where I teach them Pro Tools. You know, I teach them about family, I teach them about life, and open the door for careers in music.
Wow. And I've got to say, you have one of the most humble spirit, you know, genuine, kind, respectful ever since I met you. But Chante and I are going to put our plugs out there too. You know, we're still available backup dancers, you know. Right.
Not me, girl. Not me and these two left feet. No,
so you gotta come too.
I'm gonna pass on that one. Okay, I'm too old.
Walk through the video, Chante, or something.
Something, okay? Because I'm going to turn 45.
Wow.
I'm going to turn 45 on the 15th. I got time to be doing no backup dance.
Wait, let me make you laugh really quick. When I got the invite, I was like, I'm older than Chante.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. I'm turning 45. Thank you.
It's our story. We're sticking to it. Happy early birthday to you.
Yes.
And to everyone on here, again, anybody that is a cancer survivor, God bless you and your family. Those that are still in the fight, we will continue to lift you in prayer. And if you guys drop a name of a loved one, we can be in prayer with you for, please do it in the chat. If you're just joining us, you can go to tavacares.org to help us to be a blessing to those that are in the fight. And I'm just so excited to have you guys on today. A-Lex in the house. We are going to play his From a Seed song. So I encourage you, like right now, tag, share it to your page, have some people get on. It will truly bless your spirit. And thank you, Miss Ross, for helping keep all of our good jobs, baby. Let me tell you,
keep the doors open, can you please, right?
That's what it's about too. So here, I'm gonna do what Miss Ross said to do. And here, I gotta announce this Flair promo right now. Help you get there, help you feel better.
I can't go a day without it.
Buy two, get one free. And guys, you know I've already had mine, okay?
Let me tell you something. I love that Flair. Like, I'm addicted to that Flair. Like, I take 2 every day. I do. 2 every day. And I'm like the Tasmanian devil, but not in a bad way.
I was about to say, I'm gonna help y'all out here and put this disclaimer. I don't know how Chante does too. I would run out this window if I took 2.
Well, I think that your energy is a little bit more higher than mine anyway. So then taking 2 probably escalates it even higher. I take 2, and let me tell you something. I am walking around on my feet, busy, nonstop, thinking clearly every day, all day. It gives me, I love it because I don't like that crash at the end of the day when you take some of those other energy pills that have the caffeine in it. And so I take 2 after I drink my coffee in the morning, and it just helps me. It curbs my appetite, and it just gives me that natural, good energy all day.
Yes.
So
and let me tell you guys, if you really want to feel good, really want to feel good, and if you got a boss you got to deal with, like Kenny Lloyd or something, what you can do is open up the Flair pill in your Caprice coffee.
Okay, that's yeah. See, that's when you really get a big effect. So that's why,
and clarity.
Yes. That's probably why you say 1 is good enough for you.
Yes, because I'm doing the coffee. So that's a little pickup. But with the CBD, it gives you the calmness to deal with the people you are dealing with on a daily basis. All right, that's it. That's our plug. If you want to know how to get some, if somebody invited you here, get back with them. If you don't know how, hit me up in my DMs.
Right.
All right, A-Lex, any parting words of encouragement, wisdom that you would like to share and introduce the song for us?
It's like parting wisdom. I feel like, you could, I think that Tava cares is leading by example. I feel like, I think we can follow in those steps. And with that said, I want to introduce my song, From a Seed. It's off my debut album, From a Seed. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Peace and blessings. All right.
In time, everything, you heal. I don't know if you heal, but time helps you out. So this time next week, maybe my heart won't be hurting so badly. But if it is, you soon get, I'm just trying to say that you go from one spot to another spot, and you get better and better. So, and I'm looking forward to that.
I got a green thumb cause I'm deep rooted. All of this water on me got some no drip. Green thumbs from counting all these blue strips. Green thumbs way I'm pouring into you, sis. I water you too, just water me daily. Not just a limp tulip, you're one of her faces. I got green thumbs, the care I'm taking. I water you, water me from a seed, baby. Climb, ready and ripe, I'm on rage for you, right? Ready to fight if they play with you, slide. Be ready in 5, I'm on the way. I water you, water me from a seed, baby. This some of that real east side shit. Decatur to be exact. Look at what you made. Yeah. She gon' blossom. I'ma love you through spring and summer. It's only autumn when she fall through. I got a green thumb cause I'm deep rooted. All of this water on me got some no drip. Green thumbs from counting all these blue strips. Green thumbs way I'm pouring into you, sis. I water you too, just water me daily. Not just a limp tulip, you're one of her faces. I got green thumbs, the care I'm taking. I water you, water me from a seed, baby. Climb, ready and ripe, I'm on rage for you, right? Ready to fight if they play with you, slide. Be ready in 5, I'm on the way. I water you, water me from a seed, baby. Climb, ready and ripe, I'm on rage for you, right? Ready to fight if they play with you, slide. Be ready in 5, I'm on the way. I water you, water me from a seed, baby.